Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So right now we will be presenting about the fostering creativity and innovation in organization. So here we are, our group member include starring by me, Muhammad DANISH bin ARMAN, SHAH, AHMAD NAUFAL, HAZIQ bin ROSLI, and also Muhammad LUQMAN, MURSHID bin MOHD.
Let's begin with why creativity and innovation are crucial. Organizations today face constant change, new technologies, shifting customer preference, and emerging market trends. Creativity helps generate fresh, original ideas to address this challenge. Innovation, on the other hand, is about transforming those ideas into practical and impactful solutions. For business, fostering these qualities offer several benefits. Creativity and innovations encourage problem solving and enhance decision making, which is key to overcome complex challenges. Beyond that, they drive growth, improve productivity, and position organizations to adapt to evolving market demands. Ultimately, organizations that prioritize creativity and innovation are more likely to achieve long-term success. So in this presentation, we will first define what creativity and innovation mean in the organizational context. Next, we will explore strategies to foster these qualities and conclude with real-world examples and best practices to inspire us. Before we can foster creativity and innovation, we need to understand what these terms actually mean. Although they are often used interchangeably, they represent different stages of a process. Creativity is the starting point. It involves generating ideas that are not only original but also valuable. Two key components define creativity. First is novelty, which ensure the ideas are unique. And second is usefulness, which means these ideas address specific challenge or added value. But in an organizational context, creativity can manifest in various forms, such as new product ideas, novel marketing strategies, or innovative approaches to problem solving. However, innovation is about executions. It's the practical application of those creative ideas, transforming them into product, service, processes, or business models. There are different types of innovation to consider. Firstly, product innovation involves introducing new or improved goods. Secondly, process innovation focus on enhancing efficiencies. And third is business model innovation, redefine how value is delivered to customers. The key difference is creativity sparks the initial context and innovation turns into the realities.
So having worked for Disney for 25 years, most recently I was head of global PR before I transitioned over to innovation creativity, and I found there were 5 big barriers to innovation and creativity. Talking to many CEOs, CMOs, CFOs, there really are 5 common themes that they've all identified are the biggest barriers to being more innovative and more creative across their organization. The number 1 barrier, time. And we hear ourselves say, I don't have time to think, and we don't give ourselves time to think. The second barrier is we don't have a common definition around innovation and creativity, and until we create one as an organization, we don't know which direction to head. The third biggest barrier to innovation that people will talk about is that they call themselves risk-averse organizations. They're worried about their quarterly results, they're worried about their KPIs, and they're making short-term decisions rather than big innovative bets for the future. The fourth one is consumer insight is being underused. In fact, it's being ignored by most organizations as they're trying to transition from a product-centric culture to a consumer-centric one. And the last one is ideas get stuck, diluted or killed as they move through the process. So in terms of what the innovation toolkit gives us, it gives us time to think, It ensures that our ideas are embedded in consumer insight. It gives us the tools to allow us to be brave and take smart risks. It is a very collaborative process which brings whole teams together to work a project through from beginning to end. And it allows a common definition of innovation and creativity, so everybody's working towards the same goal.
Alright, moving on to the first key strategy, which is creating a supportive culture. A supportive culture is the foundation of creativity and innovation in any organization. When employees feel safe and valued, they are more likely to share their ideas and take risks. To start, open communication is essential. Employees need to feel comfortable expressing their thoughts, even unconventional ones. Leaders can foster this by holding open forums, team discussions, or anonymization platforms. Next, it's important to reward and recognize efforts, not just successes but also the lessons learned from failures. Celebrating milestones, even in unsuccessful projects, help normalize risk-taking and encourage teams to try new approaches. The next one is psychological safety. Psychological safety is another key factor. Employees must trust their ideas won't be judged or dismissed. Leaders play a big role here by actively listening and showing genuine interest in their team's input. Collaboration also drives creativity. Cross-functional teams with diverse perspectives often spark innovative ideas, providing spaces for brainstorming, whether physical or virtual, can make this process even more effective. Finally, leaders must set the example by demonstrating curiosity and openness to change. When leadership values creativity, it inspires the entire organization to think outside the box. Moreover, moving on to the next key strategies, which is empowering employees. Empowering employees is one of the most effective ways to drive creativity and innovation within an organization. When employees feel trusted and supported, they are more motivated to experiment, take risks, and bring new ideas to the table. A key step is granting autonomy. Allow employees the freedom to explore their ideas and make decisions. For example, companies like Google and 3M give their teams dedicated time to work on personal projects. This approach has led to groundbreaking innovations like Gmail and Post-it notes. Providing learning opportunities is equally important. Encourage employees to upskill through workshops, online courses, or mentorship programs. When people feel they are growing, they are more likely to think creatively and apply fresh perspectives to their work. Next one, equipping teams with the right resources is another crucial factor. Whether it's funding, technology, or collaborative tools, having access to what they need enables employees to turn ideas into reality. Moreover, encourage ownership and accountability by allowing employees to take charge of their projects. When they see their contributions making a real impact, it boosts their confidence and creativity. Finally, promote a growth mindset. Encourage employees to view challenges as opportunities to learn and improve. Leaders should provide constructive feedback and celebrate progress, not just outcomes. By empowering employees, organizations can unlock their full potential, creating a culture where creativity and innovation thrive naturally.
Diversity means having people from various cultural, professional, and demographic backgrounds working together. Each person brings their unique perspective, shaped by their personal experience and values. When teams consist of individuals with diverse viewpoints, they can approach problems from multiple angles and come up with innovative solutions that might not emerge in a homogeneous group. For example, Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google, has been a strong advocate for diversity. Under his leadership, Google has built multicultural teams to develop products like Google Translate. These tools support more than 130 languages and serve users globally. Such innovation would not have been possible without the cultural insight and linguistic diversity of Google's workforce. Inclusion goes hand in hand with diversity. While diversity focuses on the composition of teams, inclusion ensures that every individual feels valued, respected, and empowered to contribute. An inclusive workplace creates psychological safety where team members feel free to share unconventional or even risky ideas without fear of criticism. Consider Sheryl Sandberg, the former COO of Meta. She championed initiatives like Learning Circles, which foster collaboration and mentorship among employees. This inclusive culture enabled the company to develop innovative advertising strategies tailored to the specific user preference, helping Meta maintain its edge in the digital advertising industry. Agile emphasizes short, iterative cycle often called sprint, during which teams develop a test small portion of a project. This iterative approach allows organizations to adapt quickly to new information or changing market conditions, ensuring that their innovation remains relevant. Take Amazon, for example. Jeff Bezos implemented agile practice to develop the Amazon Prime service. By testing features incrementally and gathering customer feedback, Amazon was able to refine the service continuously. Today, Prime has set a global benchmark for fast delivery and exclusive benefit. Agile encourages collaboration among cross-functional teams. This team brings together individuals with different skill sets, such as engineer, designer, and marketing, to work on a project collaboratively. This diversity of expertise leads to better solutions as each member contributes their unique perspective. Elon Musk's work at SpaceX is a prime example. Agile practice have allowed Musk to assemble a team of engineers, scientists, and designers to work on iterative testing and development. This collaboration has resulted in innovation like reusable rocket, making space exploration more affordable and sustainable. Another hallmark of Agile is the emphasis of continuous feedback. Agile teams actively seek input from customer, stakeholder, and internal team members during each development phase. This feedback ensures that the product evolves in line with user needs and expectations. Netflix is a leader in applying Agile practices. Under Rick Hastings' leadership, the company uses customer feedback to continuously refine its personalized recommendation algorithm. This iterative improvement keeps Netflix ahead of its competitor and ensure a better user experience.
On leveraging technologies and tool strategies, first, let's look at collaboration platforms. Tools like Microsoft Teams, Slack, or Trello streamline communications and idea sharing, make it easier for teams to work together effectively. This platform centralizes discussions and project management, ensuring that no idea gets lost and everyone stays on the same pages and track. Next, data analytics and artificial intelligence are game changers for innovations. These technologies analyze patterns, predict trends, and offer insights that inspire new solutions. By leveraging AI, organizations can innovate faster and greater precision. In addition, we have idea management software, such as Idea Skills or Bright Idea. These tools help organizations systematically collect, evaluate, or implement creative ideas. By organizing and prioritizing input from employees, business can identify the most promising ideas and turn them into actionable projects. Finally, design thinking tools like Miro or Adobe Creative Cloud are excellent for brainstorming, visualizing ideas, and creating prototypes. These tools help teams move from abstract concept to tangible, innovative solution quickly and collaboratively. While technology is vital, it's only part of the equations. Let's now discuss the essential role of leadership in fostering creativity and innovations. Visionary leaders set the stage for innovations by articulating a clear and inspiring vision that aligns creative efforts with the organizational goals. This guidance ensures that creativity has direction and purpose. Next, creativity thrives in a culture that embraces risk-taking. Leaders must create a safe environment where employees feel encouraged to experiment and are not afraid of failure. This freedom is essential for breakthrough to happen. Furthermore, empowered teams are innovative teams. Leaders can foster creativity by delegating authority, providing resources, and encouraging autonomy. When employees feel trusted, they are more likely to take initiative and think outside of the box. Finally, recognizing and rewarding innovation is crucial. Celebrating success and acknowledging contribution motivates employees to continue being creative. This recognition also fosters a culture where innovation is valued.
Moving on to the next section, which is success stories about Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg is a name synonymous with creativity and innovation. He is the co-founder and CEO of Meta, formerly known as Facebook, which he launched in 2004 from his Harvard dorm room. What started as a simple idea to connect college students quickly grew into one of the world's most influential technology companies, shaping how billions of people connect and communicate today. Alright, next one. Zuckerberg's success lies in his ability to think creatively, take risks, and embrace change. Early on, he envisioned Facebook as more than just a social networking site. His goal was to empower people to build communities and connect the world. One of his boldest moves was acquiring Instagram and WhatsApp, two platforms that transformed the way we share moments and communicate globally. At the time, these decisions were seen as high risk, but they solidified Meta's dominance in tech world. Zuckerberg also believes in the power of learning from failure. For example, projects like Facebook credits didn't work out, but they taught very valuable lessons that shape future innovations. A key factor in his leadership is fostering a culture of creativity. At Meta, initiatives like hackathons encourage employees to experiment with new ideas, leading to groundbreaking features like the like button and the Facebook Live. Looking ahead, Zuckerberg's investment in virtual reality and the metaverse shows his commitment to staying at the forefront of innovation. His story is a testament to how vision, risk-taking, and empowering creativity can drive transformative success. Mark Zuckerberg's journey is not just about building a company, it's about inspiring change and pushing boundaries to create more connected world.
Everyone's wrong, no matter who you are, everyone's wrong some of the time. The most common error of a smart engineer is to optimize a thing that should not exist. Why would people do that? Well, everyone's been trained in high school and college that you got to answer the questions, convergent logic. So you can't tell the professor your question is dumb, that you'll get a bad grade. You have to answer the question. So everyone's basically, without knowing it, they got like mental straitjacket on. They'll work on optimizing the thing that should simply not exist. Just make your requirements less dumb. Your requirements are definitely dumb. It does not matter who gave them to you. It's particularly dangerous if a smart person gave you the requirements, because you might not question them enough. No matter who you are, everyone's wrong some of the time. Then try very hard to delete the part or process. This is actually very important. If you're not occasionally adding things back in, you are not deleting enough. The bias tends to be very strongly towards, let's add this part or process step in case we need it. But you can basically make in-case arguments for so many things. Only the third step is simplify or optimize. The third step, not the first step. Finally, you get to step 4, which is accelerate cycle time. If you're moving too slowly, go faster. But don't go faster until you have worked on the other 3 things first. And then the final step is automate. Now, I have personally made the mistake of going backwards on all 5 steps. Multiple times. I automated, accelerated, simplified, and then deleted.
Fostering creativity in the workplace is so important for innovation. And sometimes we think that we don't really have a role to play in fostering creativity because our employees aren't creative or our business isn't a very creative business. It's not a creative industry. But the reality is that without creativity, how are we going to innovate? And an easy example of this is if you think about Uber. So perhaps my creative idea would be I want to be able to get a taxi more simply and easily. And then the innovation then becomes the app to enable that to happen. And as children, we think about ourselves as creative. If you asked a room full of 5-year-olds to put up their hand of creative, I'm sure most of them would. But as we become adults, we start to believe that creativity is perhaps just for musicians or writers or painters. But there's lots of different ways to be creative. So if you want to encourage creativity in your organisation so that you can be more innovative, it's time to start thinking about how to foster a creative environment. And so one of the ways to do that is through having open communication, having leaders that are really open and transparent and approachable and encourage ideas from their teams without fear of judgment. It's also about learning from the best. So having a look at other innovative organisations in your industry, outside of your industry, what are the things that they're doing? How do they engage with their people? What do their culture look like? What are their values? What can you learn from that? It's about creating the right atmosphere. So you don't need to have slides and beanbag chairs in the office, but how do you make it a space that people feel comfortable, that they can have some fun and that they can be creative? And, finally, just bringing in fresh perspectives. So when you're hiring people, think about, how do we get a little bit more of diversity in our hiring? How do we get people that do think a little bit outside the box and can help us to become more creative? Because if you can help to foster creativity in your workplace, it'll enable you to be more innovative and help with your business viability and stability in the long term. If you have gotten some value out of this episode, I would love it if you could click on the like button, subscribe. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to put them below, or you can connect with me on LinkedIn and we can start a conversation.